Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well and welcome to a very special video. Today my Asko W5096RW arrived, so it did. But yeah, this is going to be quite special because we're not introducing just one machine to the channel, we're actually introducing two. So we are. I've been stressing for like the past half an hour on how to do this video, and I think I'm just gonna roll with it. So I am, and just see how it turns out. I don't know. But yeah, this machine here is it's a machine from abroad, so it is. So I'm the only person in Northern Ireland, and possibly even the whole of the UK, to have this machine. I have a very special friend of mine who lives in Europe, in Central Europe, and they said, hey, I've got a washing machine that you may like. If you want it, you can have it if you can get the shipping and stuff all covered. And I thought, interesting machine. I think I'll take it. But yeah. Should we go straight on to do the reveal for it? It's 1 minute 30 seconds. I normally take like 9 minutes to reveal the machine. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do it. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. What do you think? The Asko I think it's pronounced Voland. Asko WM60 Quattro 2000 RPM spin washing machine. I seriously can't get over the fact that I own this machine, so I can't. This machine is 19-year-old, so it'll be 19 in 2 weeks' time. It was made in week 23 of 2007, so it was. So how did I get my hands on this? I have like a wee thing later on planned out, so I do. This washing machine came from Sweden, so it did. And yeah, it was Deasons who found it for me, so it was. So yeah, I have quite a bit of a story on it. But I think before I get into like how I found it, we'll talk about like the condition first. So this machine, so it has 3,800 and something cycles on it that it's ran. So it has the motor bearings are a bit the motor's a bit ropey, so it is, and it has got quite a bit of rusting on the front, so it has, but that will all be sorted, so it will, whenever I get the chance to do that, so it will. Something that's quite interesting is that even though that so this is a proper original Asko built in Sweden, so it was before Grenier bought them. And even though the Grenier own them now, and this machine being 19-year-old, all the parts are actually still made for it. You can still buy literally everything for it except for the drum, which is a bit annoying, but you know, just in case I ever did need that. But you can buy literally everything. The wee push release on the drawer, it doesn't work, so it doesn't. But that's gotta be fixed soon enough. This machine was the semi-integrated model, which makes it even more special for me because it was the machine that I grew up with watching on YouTube. Shakira Love Her Forever is one. Very special machine, and I watched it just so much whenever I was younger. So like to have it here, the exact machine, it just feels crazy. So it does. So like to introduce you, so let me think. Should I start with unboxing that maybe? No, I will do this first because this is special. So this machine was found by a person called Stefan. Stefan is Asko's global product training manager, so he is. The idea that I get from his job, I could be completely wrong. So I think he's maybe the person who trains you know, who trains the people to train the store staff on how to sell these machines. So he would know like basically everything about it. So he would, you know, yeah, very, very knowledgeable on you know, Asko machines in general. So he is. Let me think. So the story of this machine starts last year in September. So it does at IFA 2025. So I was talking, so I'm really close with a person called Pernilla, so I am, who is Asko's senior designer, and was actually the person who designed this washing machine. Yeah, so I was telling her all my Asko knowledge and stuff, and at one point it came up about the bearing cross and the the bearing cross that Asko use on their machines, because it was on display at IFA, and I showed it in the video that I done back then. So I did, and I was talking about it, you know, being a really good thing for, you know, the likes of myself, because it means that you can change the bearings without having to take the whole drum out of the washing machine. So I was telling her about that, and she said to me, "Goodness, you need to tell Stefan about this stuff." So you do. So at that moment, I had like also a meeting. So I did at IFA a couple of days later, I think, and it was with Jag. Jag is the person who organizes the sales of the washing machines. I mean, not the washing, like everything Asko for the UK. So I got to have like a wee meeting with him, and you know, like learn more about the machines and stuff like that, just everything. At one point, so whenever you go to IFA, all the brands have like this business area that is closed off so that only business people can go into it. So I went into that area, so I was brought into it to see it. They have like next year stuff whenever they do it, you know, like special like prototypes that the public can't see, and I was brought into there, and that was whenever Jag introduced me to Stefan. So we had a really good chat, so we did, and then we came out of the secret area, you know, the business area, and we were just talking away, and I was telling him how much I love these washing machines and how special they are to me. This one is my dream. It was my all-time dream machine. So it was. Of course, with them being 19-year-old, they are getting rarer to find, so they are. But he said to me, I will try my best to find one for you. And yeah, so we got home, I was like ecstatic, because like I knew if there was anyone to find one of these machines for me, there's absolutely no chance of me finding one by myself here in Northern Ireland. No chance at all. And yeah, so he said, I will go away and I will try to find one for you if I can. So he got in touch with a bunch of retired colleagues who used to work for Asko. Stefan and Pernilla, I think I should probably say, they have worked for Asko. They started at the company like over 20 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So they have been here for have been there for a long time. I'm pretty sure that Stefan's one of the longest people to be there. I should also say, I didn't realize until I came back home from IFA, Stefan is a person who done a video for Asko themselves at IFA 2016, and the video starts off with, when you choose an Asko washing machine, you choose it because we test it to have it on lifetime. And yeah, I loved that video, and I didn't even realise whenever I was over at IFA that I was already talking to him. So I didn't realise until I got back, and I was like, oh my goodness, that was Stefan. He hasn't changed at all from that video. I have it, I'll probably link it down below, so I will. But yeah, so he gets in touch with the retired colleagues because they went out and serviced machines, so they did in their free time. And they said, you know, if one was to pop up somewhere, then yeah, let them know. And then for me, so we get on to about December December 2025, and I didn't know that this had happened until I went to KBB Birmingham in, what was it, February, I think it was on, wasn't it? So in December 2025, Stefan got a call that it was just from a general customer, so it was they were looking to buy a new washing machine, so they were. I don't know whether it was a case where like he knew them himself or what not, but they wanted to buy a new washing machine. They wanted to upgrade, so they did, and they decided to choose a Logic set. So they did from this range, so the model just below this one. So they chose a Logic set, so they did, and he decided, because they were quite close to Asko's headquarters, he would just wheel them round to their house himself, rather than, you know, like organising whole like delivery and stuff like that. So he went round to their house, brought the washing machines, seen this one sitting in the house that was being replaced, and he thought, hey, there's the washing machine I've been looking for. So yeah, so they took this machine, they took it back to the headquarters in Sweden, so they did, and then a few months pass and it stays there. So it gets to February, where we're at KBB Birmingham. Stefan pulls me over to the side and says, Adam, we have managed to locate a 2000 RPM spin washing machine for you. And I was like mind blown, so I could not believe it, so I couldn't. But I knew for a fact, if there was anyone to find one, that it would be him. I just knew he was going to find one, so I just wasn't expecting it to be so quick. So yeah, he said you know, that to find the 2000 spin washing machine, and the impression that I got first, I thought it was a W6903, so I did, because they can be upgraded to 2000, so they can, but yeah, it's ended up being a 6903, which is lovely. So yeah, he said, if you're able to organize the courier and stuff, then you can have it. So you can, you can have it for free pretty much, except that you had to pay the expensive delivery costs, which was no problem at all for me. So it wasn't. It actually ended up getting it shipped from there to here. I thought it was going to be more, to be honest. I got quite a good deal, so I did. But yeah, so it stayed in Sweden for a wee bit longer, so it did, just while he like checked over the machine and stuff. They were going to take the drum out of it, so they were, just to see the condition of like the spider and the bearings and stuff, but they couldn't find the right tools, so they couldn't. And I said, you know what, don't worry about it, I'm still happy, you know, to buy it, even with like the condition of it. It's all cosmetic, what's wrong with it, so it is. Except for like the motor bearings, but that's no bother. The machine has its original motor in it, so it does. So like, it's to be expected, so it is. And yeah, they weren't sure if it would do the full 2000 spin, because the thing was that the original motor was an Asko original motor, so it was. And then whenever they were bought by Grania, they started to use Nidec motors, so they do, and the Nidec motors, they can't achieve the full speed, so they max out at 1800, so they do. The motor on this machine is absolutely massive, so it is, compared to a normal washing machine. But yeah, so they weren't sure whether it had been replaced or not, but it has been a case where it has the original motor in it, and sometimes they do pop up. There's a couple of them on eBay as well, so there is, so that's no bother. But yeah, so 2 weeks ago, so I'm filming this on the 26th of May, so I am. 2 weeks ago I got the courier. I was able to get the courier all sorted, so it was all ready to be taken away. They told me that it would take 4 weeks to get, like over 4 weeks to get here, so they did, and that it wouldn't arrive until late June. And it actually turned out to be in a case where it arrived in, I think it arrived in 12 days, so it did, so that was absolutely lovely. So I think that's me like sorted with my talking about that. But yeah, with the way the drawer is, I have to use a screwdriver to open it. But I actually want to show you something first. So I do. So this is my scrapbook. So it is, and I made this scrapbook in flipping, let me think. This was made in like 2016, over 10 years ago. So I was only 10 at the time. And like I knew Asko back then, even though that they weren't sold here. I don't have a photo in this scrapbook of this machine, so I don't. But I do have this one. And this design was actually a part of this range. That design was the lowest model, so it was. But I think this one in the photo here is an updated one with a new door on it. I could be mistaken. Like, so I think that's like a WM65 maybe, or something like that. I could be completely wrong, or WM70. That one's WM70. Is that 75? Let me see. Yeah, WM75 that one is. I don't think the video even called it though. Whereas this one is WM60.3. 0.3 is to do with this being the top model. There was there was 3 models. So there was WM60.1, WM60.2, and then W60.3, which is the top model. So that one was the lowest model, and then you had one that was a wee bit up, which had a smaller LCD display and buttons. And then you had this one where it was the full blue strip with the push button. The wee buttons are a wee bit finicky on it. You do sometimes have to be quite firm when pressing them. I don't know if I don't think you can really see the screen, so I don't, but I've tried my best. It's also quite crazy looking at this. I've actually had this washing machine too. So I have, I had that in silver, so I did, but it didn't work out for me. I'm pretty sure that's the same as my silver one. Maybe that one, unless my one wasn't a Steam model, but hey ho. So yeah, I'm sorry about the structure of this video. We've been about 20 minutes, but I want to like do something special, so I do, as a thank you. And yeah, so what I've done is I've went on to Translate, and I'm actually going to do a wee bit of a Swedish thank you for the people in Sweden, because the thing is, because a lot of them know me, it is possible that they're watching the video. So hello, hello, hey, hey, yeah, I think that's how you say hello, and so I think it's hey. I think to say hello. So let me think. I should start, shouldn't I? I'll read it from here. Så ett särskilt svenska tack till Stefan och alla andra pensionerade kollegor på Asko vill jag to make tid att tacka för ert arbete med att hitta den här tvättmaskinen. Hang on, sorry. Tvättmaskinen. That's literally the only word I know in Swedish. Tvättmaskinen at mig. Den har maskinen är precis den modell som jag drömt om under en lång tid. Jag var säker på att jag aldrig skulle, I think that's a school, aga en sådan har masken under min livstid, eftersom de inte såldes där jag bor. Men ni har ändrat på det. Jag är säker på att jag är den enda som kan säga att en tvättmaskin har förändrat mitt liv. Men tack vare har den verkligen gjort det. till Pernilla. Tack för att de visade mig strike bradet. I think that's how you strike bradet. I Asko style sortimentet pa IFA 2024. Yeah, I don't know why to say 2024 in Swedish. I forgot to translate that. Whoops. Och för att du tog emot mig som ny medlem i Asko familjen. Ja, familjen. Du har verkligen hjälpt en trasig pojk att hitta rätt väg I lift till Wenza. Tack för allt arbete du lagt ner på mina två underbara maskiner. Don't know how to say it in Swedish. Beauty, wonderful one. Hang on. Underbara one, underbara två. No, två. That's it. Maskiner. Jag vet att du kommer att följa med mig. Så tack för att du är min främsta inspirationskälla inför framtiden. Du betyder mycket för mig. Till Marcus, Jerwin, Jag, WM70, Anderson, Jag, Besat. Tack för att ni är här. För att ni lagt ner så mycket arbete på era produkter. Och framför allt för att ni gett mig möjligheter som för andra far. Och till sist, men tror är något mycket viktigt för mig. Så tack Gud för allt du har tagit ifrån mig och gett mig under den här resan. Tack för att du räddade mig. Tack. But yeah, there we are. That's my first time ever speaking Swedish. I know it's slow, and I'm sure I've probably mispronounced a lot of it wrong. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I wanted to include that in the video. I will read it to you in English now for you English speaking people. So I will. So the message, like I said, it was called a special Swedish thank you. To Stefan and all the other retired co-workers at Asko, I want to take the time to thank you for your effort in finding this washing machine for me. This is exact washing machine. A bit of a spelling mispronunciation for me there. This exact washing machine was my dream model for a very long time. I was certain for many years that I would never be able to own one in this lifetime, as they weren't sold where I live. But all of you have changed that. I'm sure I'm the only person who can say a washing machine has changed their life, but being gifted this machine here really has for me. To Pernilla, thank you for showing me the ironing board in the Asko style set at IFA 2024, and for taking me in as a new member of the Asko family. You have really helped a broken boy find the right path in life for him. To Wenza, thanks for all the efforts you have put into my two beauties here. That beauties translated to wonderful, so it did, I think. Here and here. My two styles, two Asko styles. I know you'll be watching, So I thank you for being my main inspiration towards my future. You mean a lot to me. To Marcus, Jarwin, Jag, and the 70 other people I've missed, thank you all for being here, for putting so much effort into these products, and most of all for giving me opportunities very few people get. And finally, my faith is a very big thing for me, so thank you God for everything you have taken away and given to me across this journey. Thank you for rescuing me. Thank you. So I'll introduce you to a few people, because I've talked about people and you may not know them. So we know Pernilla. She said to us that her name's quite flexible. It's pronounced Pernilla, so it is, but she's flexible, Pernilla. So yeah, we know her. She is Asko's lead outside body designer. So she is. She designs like just how the washing machine looks. So it is a very big role. Wenza is an absolutely amazing person, so he is. Wenza's just a little, like only a few years older than me, I think. So he is, and Wenza would do the user interface. So he would do the stuff like say like changing your temperature, and you know, like your spin speed, turning the dial to make it you know, scroll across the programs, press and push certain buttons to go in the service menu, stuff like that. Wenza would do the full user interface and UX design. So he has put in a lot of effort into these machines, so he has. But yeah, like I said, he's such a big inspiration for me, and I do know that he watches my videos, so he does. So yeah, like, thank you so much. Yeah, an absolutely amazing person. Marcus is the global product manager for Asko. So he is, again, absolutely amazing person. He's global product manager for is it just the laundry? I could be mistaken. Jerwin was a person who I met at at KBB Birmingham, and he is the global product trainer for the kitchen appliances. You know, like your ovens, your hobs, your fridges, and stuff like that. And I got to spend a good 15 minutes talking away with him. So I did. And yeah, like, I learned so much. Yeah, okay. I learned so much, you know, like, about the ovens and stuff, because, like, I know the washing machine's like the back of my hand, but things like ovens and stuff like that, I know how an oven works, but I don't know, like, the inside details, and which is, like, quite a big thing for me whenever it comes to the laundry appliances. So it is. Jag, I said about Jag is the person who does the, Jag's English, so he is. But I thought I'd just include him in that because of the what do you call it? Yeah, just because he's special. So that's why Jag's in it. And he's at Asko, so he is. But he's like, I think he's a hybrid role now between both Asko and Hisense. So he sorts all the shipment. So he does that type of stuff. Key account manager. And then yeah, we have 70 other people in Sweden. So we do. Yeah. Maybe some of them will see it. And then of course, whenever it comes to like my faith, in like Jesus and stuff, I suppose it's not really something that I've ever like had the confidence to talk about on my YouTube and stuff. But that has like changed. Like I said, this washing machine I've only had it for a few days, but in them few days I just feel like my life has changed quite a lot. For people who are new to the channel, whenever I started YouTube, I lost everything. So I lost all of my friends, who I sing in person. My grandparents, 3 of them unfortunately went on to heaven. So they did, in the 1 year. 2021 was an awful year for me, so it was. And I just felt so stuck. So I didn't know what I was gonna do, and I was just struggling with so much personal stuff. And I think that's where I come into, like, thank you for everything you've taken away, because we're a few years later now. If I had I had to drop out of school because my mental health was really badly deteriorating. So it was so I was at the top of my class, so I was in everything, and I'm a person who left school with no qualifications at all. So I didn't and yeah, I had to leave school early because, like I said, my mental health was crippling pretty much. So but then if that stuff hadn't have happened, I would not have had any of this. I would not have had any of this shed. So I would have had one washing machine in the kitchen. I probably would have still had the Beko WTG. So I would not have that, wouldn't have that. I absolutely, under all circumstances, I definitely would not have had that. So I wouldn't have, but yeah, I just want to, like, say it to, like, show people who are maybe, if you're like myself, I struggle with depression and anxiety big time. I was in the depths of despair, only 2 weeks ago. So I was struggling with a lot of stuff that I've discussed in, like, my life story video. I don't want to talk too much about it. Like whenever I done that video a few years ago, I thought that Lily was going to be a big thing for me moving forward. I thought I went through that to get to that part. That didn't happen at all, so it didn't, and I'm okay with that. So I am, and I'm, you know, glad that things have worked out the way that they have. Don't want to talk about it too much, so nothing happened as such, so it didn't. But yeah, just the way it's made me feel and stuff. I haven't really been able to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it. That's shut away. But yeah, like you know, like Reason said, I'm a part of their Swedish family. You know, like, that just means a hell of a lot. So it does, and that's why I'm so strong whenever it comes to, like, my faith and stuff, because things are going to go wrong. So they are, and they're going to, like, not work out the way that the way that I had it planned in my head. But in the end, it's all worked out for the better. So it has, because like, look at what I've got now. I don't have any of my high school friends anymore. No, I don't, you know. But, like, I have all this, you know. I don't have one. I have 2 of my dream washing machines that I was certain that I would never ever own. And, you know, like, and I have an opportunity, like, to help these people in Sweden whenever it comes, like, to the laundry appliances and stuff, and just being able to go so in depth with these machines and stuff. Something like, whenever I was younger, I made that scrapbook. I only have 2 washing machines in this scrapbook. You can see, like, everything else is, like, Mario and stuff, because whenever I was younger, I was taught in my brain having an interest in washing machine and stuff was stupid and weird. So I did, and you don't fit in whenever like that. And I've just grown so much now to be like, I couldn't give a toss what other people think anymore. I couldn't give a toss what you think of me, what you think of my collection, because at the end of the day, it's my life. So it is, and it makes me feel, like, so much better as a person. So it does. I really hope that someone who's maybe going through, like, mental health troubles can, like, take it in, because whenever it comes to, like, depression and anxiety, there's always a root cause of it. For me, it was Lily. So it was, I didn't realize that I was being brought back to childhood trauma with it. So I didn't, whenever that all happened, but it's brought me back. God brought me back to my childhood trauma so that I could heal from it all. So I could move on and be the proper person, you know, who I can be, you know. Yeah, I just want to just wanted to spend a little bit of time on that. Jesus loves you, so he does. But to see, you know, I'm just the messenger, so I'm just the seed planter, as they call me. I would not force anything like that on the people. So I wouldn't. Everybody's welcome here, so they are, no matter who you are. I'm always happy to have everyone here. So I am, and just take the time to like watch the videos, and especially like now listening to what I'm saying here, you know, it just means a lot to me. I'm the seed planter and God is the seed grower. If you work on it, it will start to you know, it will start to grow like a flower. Sometimes the flowers wilt, and then, or maybe like, yeah, you know, sometimes like they wilt and die, and then more seeds are spread and then they grow up. You know, like it just has to look like that. And that's what it can be like in life too. You know, whenever you're going through like them really like tough times, you know, like all them seeds are just being spread to grow up again and grow even bigger and larger than they were before. I didn't need all them flipping them keys. In high school, we were taught that GCSEs were keys and that you needed them. Of course, I'm not saying that you don't need your GCSEs. You do need like your maths and English and stuff. But we were taught that the keys were to unlock, that the GCSEs, them qualifications, were basically keys to unlock doors. So they were. But you think, I've actually like looked at it differently now. Like, if you have this big massive set of keys, it's still possible that you have a door there, and none of them keys fit it, you know. And it's just a real thing that I've like looked at now, and yeah, that's just helped me a lot. Don't focus on the keys, focus on the door. That's what I'm gonna say, and yeah, you know, if I've helped anyone a wee bit, I'm really grateful. You lot help me, so you do. I know I'm a bit behind with everything, but you help me, so you do. So it's only fair that I return my life experiences and help you a bit. But of course, it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. You know, that's up to you. So it is, and it doesn't affect me. I'm just the seed spreader. But yeah, there we are. Right. Finally, after 40 minutes, I think it's time to get on to the new washing machine. So I do the Asko style W5096. Yeah, very grateful. I got this from Harvey Norman, so I did. Let me think. So yeah, got it from Harvey Norman. Actually, hang on, I'm going to turn that back off. This washing machine, it took 9 weeks to get to here, so it did. I seen the date code on the side, and this was made in November 2025. So, yeah, it seems to be a very common Asko thing where they sit in the box for like 6 months before they, at least 6 months before they arrive. But yeah, there we are. Let me see what way we can do the tripod, because it's a wee bit awkward. But yeah, so we're on to the part where we get this washing machine open. Let's see. This is a wee bit awkward. So it is. My shed is just absolutely crammed at the minute, so it is. I don't want it to be like this for too long, so I don't. Yeah, let's see. It's absolutely sweating too. We're having like such a heat wave here. It's mental. So it is. Whenever that washing machine came, I didn't get any sleep at all. So I didn't, and I was like up for hours waiting on it to arrive. So I was and then this machine came today, and I was asleep. So I got woke up by my dad quite early saying, "Adam, your washing machine's 15 minutes away." I was like, "What?" I genuinely thought that he was pulling my leg. So I did. But then, yeah, the washing machine came. I'll just flipping cut myself. Them scissors are very sharp. Oh, it smells lovely. I probably would have been better like turning it around a wee bit, but I will. I would have put these in the shed, but like I said, I have literally no room at all. So but that's not going to be the case for too long though, so it's not. A few weeks time we will have plenty of room, so we will. So let me see. So we've got our cardboard top there. We have our piece of wood here. They're always handy to have. The other washing machine, the Asko, the 2000 RPM spin, it was just wrapped up in like, you know, like that black stuff. It's like, it's not paper, so it's not. If you've had orders from like eBay or stuff, you know, for like spare parts and stuff, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just wrapped up in that, so it was. In fact, I have my phone on me, so I did it. I'm stupid. But yeah, like, if I show you, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it properly, mind you. Can you see it? It was wrapped up like that, so it was. And then I'll show you, because like I said about like special things, so I did. Just thought it was cool to show. Can you see it? That was the washing machine in Sweden, so it was. But yeah, like that was lovely, so it was. But yeah, like seriously, Stefan, thank you so much again. Like I said, you made a young boy's dream really come true, you know. Let me see. Them wooden sticks. So yeah, I'll take you off the tripod for a wee minute. So I will. So there's a like wee serial number there. 17th of November 2025 it was made on. It made in Slovenia, of course, in Grania factory. Let me see. So I just go in and designed in Sweden, produced in they're still designed in Sweden, so they are. Like I said, they have their own wee Swedish team in there, and they do all of this. So they do IFA Design Award 2025. There's our auto dose drawer. It's quite funny. I had auto dose in my Samsung, so I did. This washing machine wasn't meant to arrive as soon either, so it was, well, I guess kind of, but I was hoping to have it arrive after the holiday, so I was, which didn't happen. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, I'm going away for a wee bit, so not too long though. But yeah. But yeah, I have like detergent in that drawer, so I do in the Samsung, because I was using it, and I can't get to the Samsung now, so I can't. I think I have decided I am going to sell the Samsung on, so I am. It's just, I don't really know, so I don't, you know, I bought it to try it out, and I've got that from it. So I like it, but it's not really a keeper for me, so it's not, you know, so we'll see how that goes. But not yet, I can't get to it yet, so I can't. So, sticker, door. So these are Aqua Stop now, so they have an Aqua Stop hose. Have a wee thing. New motor, of course, transit bolts are all in, so they are. The wee seal seems there's a bit of a different design to the front, I think, compared to these ones. I think I prefer that rubber seal, so I do. That's around that. That one like falls off, so it does. It fell off on me the other day, so it did, you know, like a feeling on it. So this is WM76. So it is. So yeah, nice, made in Slovenia. So we've got blue tape around the door. So we have so that's blue. Let's see. Let me see. How do you peel it off now? That's the question. Should peel off somewhere. Let's see. Bet you any money the vast majority of these will just have the blue tape kept on them, because it's not really anywhere good to pull it off, I don't think. I might just sort that out after, because I'm obviously going to take the heat shield off straight away, so I am. So yeah, I think I'll do that after. Got a wee thing there. Somewhere. I like to keep my wee labels, so I do. Just put it there. But yeah, what I think. So I'm guessing that the instructions and stuff's all on the back. So I think what I'll do is I will I'll put these back on the tripod. I'll move the washing machine forward, I think. Let's see. Let's clean this up and put that back over here. Put it up there. There we go. Right. So we've got our instruction booklets now. They're a lot smaller than they were before. The booklets before were absolutely massive. So they were. So we'll put them there. Because I kind of like, let me see. I'm going to put this up. move the door a wee bit more, that might help. I can't get it. They have made these so much heavier. Like this time. I know you can't really see. Let me see. The 6903, it's only 75 kilos, I think, and that machine there is 93. So it is, so like, so that bar and cross is massive on these. Nearly got it off. Finally. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dear me. Right. Transit bolts. I got quite big. I'm probably going to be in the way of the video, I think. All I can do is apologise. Of course, transit bolts are something that need to be taken out. So they, I'm just going to leave that running. I need a drink, so I just. The back of that hasn't changed at all from that other one. It's just so interesting seeing the two, you know, just seeing like the differences and stuff. Like the back of that is like great because like this whole bit, that comes off and that comes off. Like everything comes off and it just makes life so much easier. You know, like if you're fixing it. Love them. Love Asko so much. What flipping, it's like almost none that would flipping, you know, go out of their way to find a washing machine for you. You know, it's not really the brand itself, it's just, you know, the people behind it, you know. Like I wouldn't be a brand stan anymore, so I'm not the way that I was with Pico, because I just sing, you know. I just look back and sing the way I was back then. So I'm not like that, but I have to admit I admire Asko, like, so I do. But oops. I think I will take the top off it, just because I want to see what it's like on the inside, so I do. I'm curious. So I'm very curious. Then breakaway thingy off, good, and then simple one. Thankfully, is it quite short on that? Maybe a wee bit. Oh, it's so hot today. So hot. There's water in that. Nice changes, actually not. Maybe that's because it's new though. Look at this. one. I'm absolutely sweating so long. Yeah, right. Right. Let's see. So of course, we're washing machine people. Why would we just plumb the washing machine in? You know, never we can actually look inside it. See what it's like. So I'm just gonna take these bolts off. I was doing work on that one yesterday, putting it all back together. Yep, the bolts themselves are very the same. Well. Crap, don't want that to happen. Ready. So that's all our bolts off. Oh, there's one left. Alrighty, so there's a good bit more going on with this washing machine than the other one. So if we look at the back, so that's our auto dose there. Let's see. We have a freeway solenoid valve. I wonder where the water flow. Let's see. Main wash softening steam. Interesting. There should be a wiring diagram in here somewhere. It's normally there. So like, door's massive. So I think there probably your 2 auto dose pumps here, I'd imagine. There's a lot more insulation in these compared to that one. Yeah, so that's the top. Of course you have your holes there for the Pro Wash. Of course this isn't a Pro Wash model though, so it's not. Let me see. So that's your steam vent there. So it is. I think the regulations require that all washing machines to have a steam vent now. That one doesn't, but I think maybe I forgot to say with that one the drawer's cracked on it. So it's quite a bad, nasty crack. I need a new drawer housing for it. So they will sort that at some point. So let me see, control board. It'd be funny if they'd moved the thingy to be in the same location as the last one, or maybe they just don't have a wiring diagram for these. So there's our motor there. I believe, let's see. So it's no longer Nidec, so it's King Kling instead. So they've ditched the Nidec motors, which I think's fair enough because the quality of them, they're very loud. So that's one thing, but I think just the quality of them's not the greatest, so it's not. But yeah, we have our inverter module there. So we do. We have a wee float switch at the bottom, so that if any leaking occurs, the washing machine will stop the wash. So it will, rather than flood the entire base. And my phone battery's low. But you can see like the bearing cross here. So there's insulation foam on the back of the tub, but the bearing cross here, it stretches right down to where the motor is. So you can see that the motor's actually attached onto the bearing cross itself. So it is, yeah, so the motor is just like sitting in that, appears, and then it's screwed on there. Is that the, yeah, so the motor sits in the bearing cross, so it does, and it's screwed on here. Quite an interesting design. I don't think I've ever seen a motor with only one screw on it. At the same, it's all, you know, but yeah, like that's not going anywhere, so it's not, so what else is there? We've got our pump down there, tub hose, our Quattro construction for shock absorbers. See that there. I think these shock absorbers that these use are different to that one, because that the suspension on that one's really bouncy compared to the suspension on this. I wonder where the wiring diagram is, so they normally have one. They must have just... It's possible they're not including them anymore, or else it's just been a case where this is being so early, it didn't have a wiring diagram made for it. Maybe this was made, you know, before the wiring diagram was produced. So it is possible. But, let me see, I want to see the drawer hose and those in. What? Because why not? I'll be a nosy hole. Where's the drawer hose? So that's down there. And then you've got drum light in here. See how you've got the cable for the drum light. Yeah, quite interesting. But yeah, there we are. So I think that's all I need to show. So the inside of that washing machine, the tub's smaller on that one, so that's only 50 litres, and this one's 60 litres. Let me think. But it has like the same spring setup and stuff. It's, you know, for the type of washing machine it is, it's actually quite empty compared to, you know, some of them. It has the same amount of electronics as that one. So it does, even with this being, you know, a whole touchscreen and all. Because a lot of them would have this board here, you'd have your inverter module down there, and then you'd have like another board here. So I just like Asko with them being, you know, quite minimalistic in that type of sense. But yeah, there we are. I think that's all we have to see. I'll do a quick pan over. So I will. Of course, there's your counterweight. I think maybe that's been made a bit bigger. Could be wrong, but it seems like it's been made a bit bigger. I just want to make sure like I'm definitely not missing anything. And of course, like there's your electronics there, which has like a wee mirror on it. I wonder if that is that for the touchscreen. I didn't think that the touchscreen would have had a... I wonder if that's how it works. I don't know how a touchscreen works, so I don't... Maybe that's how. Hang on. No way! That's why it's different! Oh, that's amazing. So that bit there, oh, amazing. I've just noticed that. So you see the way that there's that bolt there? The rubber bit on this here it's bolted on, so it is, you know, like the same way that a door seal would be connected to the wash tub. Oh, they've screwed that in. Amazing. That one there, and I think also this one here, that rubber bit just sits on that, so it does. So if you, because it's not got anything holding the rubber in, it sometimes if you push on it wrong, it just all falls off. So that's amazing that they've put a screw on that, you know, a wee wire band. That's fantastic. Before I put this back together, I need to my phone needs charged, so I need to do that. So I need to put it on the charger, just so I remember, because I know I'll forget, and then I'll be like at 10%, and then it'll just die. So we don't really want to do that. I'll do a quick pan over. So that's, yeah, like I said, that's the top, and then that's the back there. So it is. Wonder what that wee thing is for. I suppose we'll find out whenever we use it. Because you'd think that was like a wee reed switch or something. Got your heater element in there. So you have like that whole metal bar again, that comes off. So it does, which is fantastic. So like you can take that bit off, this bit here off, and this bit here off, and then like if you ever needed to take the drum out, say if the drum spider needed replaced or something, it's just as simple as lifting it out the back, you know. That's no bother at all. Something Stefan said to me whenever he was talking about these though, was that the front panel for some reason was bolted onto the front from the inside of the machine. So I wonder if that's the case. I don't know. There's something he said. He said he didn't know why on earth it was bolted on from inside it. I don't know. I mean, right now I don't see any bolts for it. Bottom. I can't really see in the bottom. I don't think it is bolted on the inside. No, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, there we are. Right, charge that and put it back together. I want to make sure there's definitely no wiring diagram in it. No, it mustn't have one then. Right, that's alright. I'll put it back together now. Okay, that's the same. Right. sometimes this happens where you the screw like doesn't go in right for some reason. There we go. There, that'll do. Right. Just have the top panel to put it on. Alright. There we are, all sorted. Right. Need another drink. So with it being a style model, you get an aqua stop hose, so you do. Ready. Too bad. Need to fix the feet on it. A bit wonky. Yeah, you know, like just a little bit wonky. That's what's happened there. I thought that was what was happened. Back ones came down too, yeah. Maybe the fall came down. Possible. I think they have, haven't they? fine with hackless top hoses, so they normally are pretty short. I think that's going on right. That's just now. Didn't think it was going on right. I'll take this off that for now. Just filming time. Right. So no leaks there. No leaks on that side ever. Right. Turn it on. Let's work wonders. Choose language. Yep. Please confirm. That's what I do. Use the plastic plugs. So then pull them out. Water hardness, normal's alright. Temperature unit degrees, yep. What are those? Wi-Fi I'll sort out later. Finish it up. I'll sort it all out after. Finish. washing machine is now ready. It's now set up and ready to use. Okay. So whenever you get the washing machine, that's interesting. So yeah, got a lovely drum light up there. Yeah. So whenever we were at KBB Birmingham, I can tell by just opening the door and closing it on that, it definitely had the transit ports still in. I didn't realise at that time, whenever I put it on, that it had them in. I thought it was just because of the suspension, that maybe closing the door, oh, that means, you know, it doesn't move, but it still moves the same way as the other one. So, yeah, my fault. I didn't. If I had have known that they were in it, if I'd have realised, I wouldn't have put it. I wouldn't have put it on, so I wouldn't have. But hey ho, it's got us to here, hasn't it? I probably wouldn't have bought one. I didn't really think that there would have been much different to them ones, so I didn't accept from like a facial uplift. But yeah, they seem quite different, so they do. So it's absolutely lovely in white too. I much prefer it than the black one. I think it looks a lot nicer. But yeah, let's see. So of course, maybe me. It comes with an easy view. I don't want it in an easy view, so I don't want to like see everything. So I do. You know, I like it like that. So I do. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Go into settings. Seeing cycle counter 0. Program management. Oh, it comes with it off. Hang on. Sound volume. That's better. The sounds on these are really quiet. Language. Yep, fine. I think that setting should be in the service menu, to be honest, the shop mode. Because you know, I just think it should be. Just in case, like, someone accidentally touched it and then, you know, it was stuck. You started washing, it's not washing. So hang on, let me see. Display logo type. So that's it. So it comes with it turned off. So does that mean turn it off? Oh, there you are. Whenever you get it, it doesn't. It comes at default that it doesn't say Asko on it anymore. I think that was because people were saying they don't like the fact that the washing machine was selling itself every time that they turned it on. I personally like the northern lights every time I do my laundry, so for me, I'm turning it on. So I am, you know, but so if I turn it on. Is it turning on? It's hard to tell. Let's turn it on now. Yeah, that's much nicer than a wee golden circle. Cotton, white laundry. Oh, it comes with all the Wi-Fi programs on it already. Huh. Didn't think it came with them. There we are. Back. After I'm cleaning 2 hours. I didn't really want it to be on for 2 hours, but what can I do, eh? So, yeah, so that's alright. 95%. I want to take. I'm gonna take this heat shield off. So I haven't even got it on yet. I'm already gonna take it off. Let's see. bring my tripod in over. I'm gonna put this on here just so hands are free. So I think this video is gonna be about 2.5 hours. That's not too bad. I thought it would have been longer. Screwdriver. Right. So I've had people ask me before how you take the heat shield off on Asko washing machine. Like you can see already, I've only got the washing machine and there's already a scrape on it. They're just so notorious for scratching. I just prefer to touch the glass, so I do. I like to feel how hot, it's just a me thing, I like to feel how hot the water is, you know, by touching the glass. So I do. So for that reason, if there's a washing machine with a heat shield like this, and there's a way for me to take the heat shield off, then I will find that way and I will take it off. That was something I said to Pernilla back in 2024 whenever I first seen these machines. I love the way how you take the heat shield off on these, because it's just so easy. So it is, and you don't have to worry about damaging anything at all, as long as you know what you're doing at least. So you can see there's 2 screws here, and you just, so let's see, always have to go see, I tighten that. Where's that wire gone? Bear with me. So let's see, go in. Let's just it's too awkward me doing it with the phone, but you get the hint. So what we do is we take these 2 screws off. So we do so you can see. So that's the screws off. So with the screws off, we just take this band off the door. So we do, pull it down, remove the band like so, and then the heat shield just comes straight out. So it does, nice and simple, like so. And then you just put your heat shield to the side, I didn't actually think that would, I thought that would maybe just sit there. It's nice and solid. It's good. So I'm going to take my protective film off this while I'm here, because it seems very awkward to take it off with it on the washing machine. I bet you there'll be like loads of them that are just flipping blue, that are blue around the rim rather than being chrome. Yeah, because it's meant to be, it's chrome, so it is. Chrome silver. Still got a bit left. There we go. That's that off. And then what you need to do now is just position the trim around the door. It's not the right way around. Or is it this way around? It's like that, isn't it? It's better to screw the one side in and then pull it round and then do the other one. So, sorry, I know my big fat head's in the way of the camera, but I need to see what I'm doing. So, there's my screwdriver. So just stick the one on. And then take this trim and just pull it right across. Hang on. This part is, it's a really tight fit, so it is. I think it has to be. Oh, what to do with the screw, man? Look at it at all. Oh, it's there. That's I think that was flipping it in. And then once it's in, there you go. That's us. We have our washing machine, which doesn't have a heat shield anymore. Lovely. Perfect. the exact same as that one. And yeah, I'm very grateful that that Pernilla specifically kept this design with the heat shield. I love it. Because like a traditional washing machine, you have to use a flathead screwdriver to get a heat shield out. And whenever you use the flathead screwdriver, at least in my case, I always end up scratching this bit. So the fact that I can literally just unscrew a band and lift the heat shield out is so much easier and so much better for me. Anyway, I need to bring my camera, my thingy in. So I do, because this needs charged, and then we will do our very first drum clean. So we will. So you see, I need to bring this in because my phone's at 10% again. So it is. So finally, after 2 hours, we're unboxed. Let's see. So I'll just put that there, and then oh, right. You have to be quite firm with turning it on, I think. See, that doesn't bother me, like. Let me see. So, washing powder. So we've got a drum clean. So we are. Drum clean. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Do not that close. Run the drum clean with. Right. Of course, if you use your washing machine on 90 all the time, then you don't need to clean it. Wash machine stays clean. Although I think that isn't the way that if you do that both on the one wash, that isn't how you get salt water though, is it not? Because I know if that's sodium bicarbonate is soda crystals, is it not? I know if you use soda crystals with vinegar, you get salt water. Maybe not do that. That actually worked out quite well for me. I have this box of Bold, so I've already just finished it, and I was like, what on earth can I use that tiny amount of washing powder for? And I can actually use it for this machine's first drum clean, so that's quite handy. So main wash compartment is actually fine for me. You see, like if the Samsung was like this, where I could put my washing detergent and my softener in the drawer, like I can't put anything in the Samsung's drawer, so I can't. The main wash is too small on it. But that one, like, it's really deep, so it seems quite good. So we'll close that. Water's all on. Drum clean. I won't film the whole thing. I'll film like bits and pieces, I think. Drum clean or maybe I'll just end the video. Actually, I'll just say, yeah, I think I'll just end the video. It's just unboxing. Let's go. Sounds like a flippin' spaceship locking that door. keeps on making it up to me. Sorry. It's filling up, isn't it? Unless that's it falling through the back of the drawer. Well, must have been. That's quite good actually. So it fills up through the back of the drawer so that to get it to that level, you know, for the what do you call it? You know, so that the detergent doesn't all go down to the sump. My gosh, they've just been so clever with these. They're getting there. They're definitely getting there. I've had people like ask me, whenever the washing machine's on, you can't turn the drum light on, sadly, so you can't. It's not possible. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave the washing machine to do its thing now. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Quite a long one. I was thinking about premiering it, but I think now I'll just upload it as it is. Because I don't think I could sit for 2 hours watching it. But yeah, there we are. Very good day. I can only use Asko machines at the minute, so I can in my shed. But yeah, happy chappy. I suppose just before we go, so you've got energy label there. Yeah. Help us to improve. Just take a novice survey thing that you can do if you want. Yeah, I'll look through them myself after. The manuals that came with my other two Askos, that one and the one in the kitchen, were like this size. So they've really toned down the paper size that I have. But yeah, there we are. There was a wiring diagram in that one, so there was in the bottom of it. But it was a case with, it was just like a wiring diagram. It didn't say how to get into the service mode or anything like that. However, actually, this washing machine's on. I'll do it for now actually, because I find out how to, just to kind of show it. So if you press and hold the middle button, turn it on, and then 1, 2, 3. It takes me a bit to do it because that button's so finicky. Bear with me. So press and hold, start, 1, 2, 3. No. It takes a bit of time. So it does with this one. One. Come on. It's not playing ball with me. There we go. So I don't know if you can actually see it though. I'll put it close up. CE date code, software. So you can see 3986 the number of cycles. This middle display is quite dim, so it is. It's just from its age. So it's a bit weird. How to go through it? You go like that. It's a bit finicky going through this service menu, so it is. You kind of like just have to. Let's see. See, there's an options thing in it. So there is. We need to I don't have any water, so I don't. There we go. So let's see. So this is like the further settings, so it is. So that's okay. So you can set it where you have either 3 rinses on the cotton washes or 5, which is quite interesting. But I'm just gonna leave that at 3. Hopefully you can see it, kind of. Reheat, yep, I want that on. Spin speed 2000 RPM. And reset. There was another one about water level, but it sometimes skips over some of the stuff. And then you just press start stop to go out of it. And it's acting like a new washing machine, isn't it? Like the other one. Yep. Transport. That's okay. But yeah, there we are. I think that's on the heating now, so it is. So yeah, I will let that do its thing. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And thank you again to everybody at Asko who made this machine possible for me to have. I am a very, very grateful person, so I am. With that, like I've said millions of times, you've made a young boy really, really happy. I wanted one of these washing machines. I found out about them whenever I was about 12, and yeah, I loved them from then. Dream machine. And yeah, favourite one. And yeah, there we are. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And goodbye, everyone.